Man, this is some crazy stuff. These are unprecedented times in the market, guys. I don't know if you're new to investing, if you're a veteran investor watching this video, but I'll tell you right now, this kind of thing has never, ever happened before. We've got so much to unpack here today, so buckle in for a good video. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trades, where we have technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason I started this channel is because a couple years back I was about $30,000 deep in some medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money, and I am happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. So, if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me here in the community, make a couple people better off than they were before, that's all that I can ask for. Last, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now today, rolling up my sleeves with this bad boy. Absolutely nuts. We're going to be giving an update on ticker symbol AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated. And if you're not familiar with what's going on right now, we're just going to give you a rundown. I'm going to pull up the WSB Reddit thread and show you what the influence is that's making this happen. But essentially, what is happening is there's a group of hundreds of thousands of people that have just decided to stick it to the big hedge funds. And now what does that mean, right? Well, these hedge funds have a lot of money, billions of dollars, and they have shorted billions of dollars across a lot of different stocks, primarily GameStop. That is where this whole ordeal started, was with GameStop. And we saw this Reddit thread, which just blew up out of nowhere, called the Wall Street Bets. And basically what's happening is these Wall Street Bets Reddit people are finding these stocks that are heavily shorted by hedge funds, and they are attacking them, trying to, so to speak, stick it to the man and really put them in the hurt box and make them cover their short positions and lose a lot of money, specifically billions of dollars. And AMC is no exception. I do have a position in this stock, just to be completely transparent. I will show you that right now. I'm currently sitting in AMC with a dollar cost average of 821, 2100 shares, currently up quite a bit in this position, 142%. So pretty solid position in AMC. But essentially, a whole bunch of different group of people, what they're doing is they are holding this stock and trying to push this up to the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. I've seen people say $100 on this. I'm not a financial advisor, nor an expert. I'm not giving you financial advice. I don't know if that's going to happen here, and I'm not going to say that. But I will say that this is seeing some extreme volatility. So as Keenan Grace would say, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen, put your money in an index fund. But anyways, that's what's happening right now with AMC, NOK, Naked, CTRM, Sundial saw it, GME saw it, BB saw it, and that is why we're seeing such crazy volatility in the market. I'm going to make a video talking about what's going on in the market specifically and speak about the volatility. That way those of us who are getting into just normal stocks, our regular plays, and are getting absolutely schwacked right now, we can give you an understanding of what you should expect, how you can capitalize on this opportunity to set yourself up for the future. But for today, we're going to cover AMC, the technical analysis. I'll show you the 1 month chart as well as the 2-day 1 minute chart. I've got 3 different indicators pulled up, which are the RSI, the relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. The 200 EMA, which is the exponential moving average, and this is just a 200-day moving period valuation trend line. And then the 15-day VAMA, which is the volume adjusted moving average. Some brokerage accounts won't offer this. You may need to use the VWAP or the MA. But this is essentially a average valuation trend line that adjusts accordingly to overall volume over a 15-day moving period. So we'll talk about what all 3 of these mean, give you both some bullish and bearish indicators, give you some ideas of where you could potentially buy into this. I do want to say and urge you, there's extreme volatility and risk involved with AMC. If you buy into the top here at $18, you could very well see this come back down to $11, and you might be sitting down quite a bit in your portfolio. So if you're going to get into this play, just come to know that you're risking a lot of money. If you didn't get in the single digits, I did present this stock before it got taken over by WSB. I said, hey, I think this has a lot of potential to do something crazy. I think I presented this back when it was in the $3 and $4 range, and we did get into this play. So our overall risk here at the channel, if you were able to buy into that back when I presented it, is not extremely high. So we're just going to talk about this both macroscopically and microscopically, give you some entry points, potential exit points. This is a very volatile stock, so there's a lot of different things that you can do with AMC right now. So So let's just get right into the video. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to the guys over at the Patreon. Thank you guys so much for your support. We are over 600 members strong now, which is absolutely insane to me. Like a month ago, we were sitting at like 10 members. So I love the growth. I love everybody here, and I love this community. They'll have access to the private Discord as well as real-time insight to my personal trading. And we've got a lot of great stuff in here. Chat and questions, investing assistance, options trading, stock bot. We've got WSB updates, the Wall Street bets updates, short-term plays, mid-term plays, long-term plays, SPAC plays, cold stocks, a whole bunch of different industries and sectors for when the craziness in the market does eventually go back to normal. And we've got some people in here that make a lot of money. So if you come over here to the weekly earners and learners, Huskers turned 13% in a single day. DJ turned 13% in a single day. We've got Shots made 25% in a single day. Absolutely insane numbers. So if you'd like to be a part of the community, there is a link to the Patreon in the description box down below. Now, if you're not familiar, like I said, what's happening right now is Wall Street Bets is posting a bunch of different stuff on Reddit threads and saying, hey, what we're trying to do right now is stick it to these hedge funds and make them hurt. And people are buying into this for whatever reason or another. And I'm just presenting the information to you as I see it. This is neutral. I am currently in AMC as I presented, but AMC is one of the plays that is heavily shorted by hedge funds. Now, one thing that I want to show you guys that was brought to my attention today that I think is very interesting. And I'm going to scroll up so that I can find this really quick. 1 second. All right, so here it is. This is very interesting, and I want you guys to see this. Every option for AMC has gone deep, ITM, and shorts are going to have to cover by Friday. Holding AMC until Friday is literally free money. And I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just saying what this article says. Market makers, or MMs, lost on every single option contract and are going to have to buy tons of shares by closing time on Friday in order to cover their infinite risk shorts. I just went to look at the short interest on Robinhood and found out they placed a restriction on all options expiring this Friday. We are going to squeeze so hard. And if you're not familiar with what a squeeze is, essentially what happens is shorts, they bet against the stock going down. And if a stock does not go down, they sell their shorts at, say, $5. And instead it goes to where we're sitting at right now is about around $18, $19. Well, eventually they have to buy back their shares. And if they have to buy them back at a higher cost, this is what is called a short squeeze. It pushes the price up to new all-time highs. And it's what's happened with GameStop. So if we take a look at GameStop, look at the price action here. This is the definition of a short squeeze. And it looks like they're getting ready to test new all-time highs. This is absolutely insane, man. Crazy stuff. I can't believe that. This is gonna be a movie someday, guys. I'm telling you. We've seen the movie about how the house market was getting absolutely scammed in 2008. Well, I think you're going to see something very similar come out of this with the stock market here. The year 2021, man. We all thought, how can 2020 get any weirder? Or how can 2021 be any weirder than 2021? Here we are. It's some interesting times. But anyways, that is a short squeeze. So shorts have to buy back higher than they sold their cost at, and that difference pushes the stock price up. It's called a short squeeze. So what are we looking at right now? Well, let's just look at this 1 month chart really quick. Let's first take a look at the volume. Volume is picking up every single day. We saw an insane amount of volume yesterday. The pre-market on AMC, absolutely absurd. Very, very high, which is why we see this very extreme volatility. And one thing that I want you guys to note is the overall red volume going into AMC right now is not high. People are holding this stock, right? So we saw this huge dip yesterday, right? They went from nearly $20 all the way back down to 11. But look at the overall volume here. 11 million shares red, 3 million shares red, 7.5 million shares red. But that doesn't add up, does it? Not at all. We had 81 million shares traded in a 30-minute window yesterday in green, and that is more than double the overall red volume that we saw in the after hours that pushed this price down. So what do you think is happening? In my opinion, this is just my opinion, it's market manipulation. People trying to shake hands out of AMC, and of course, I'm not recommending you buy into this stock. This is just how I'm perceiving the information. I'm not telling you to buy into this. There's extreme risk involved, so please don't do as I do. This is not monkey see, monkey do. But that's my take on it. That's my speculation. Is this low volume in the after hours does not add up to this overall drop from $20 all the way back down to 11. We are seeing a nice push here in the after hours back up to 1825, very near the close at the bell yesterday of 1990. A lot of buying pressure. We made a great jump back up here in the after hours. So that is my thought process. If I had to guess, there's a whole lot of news articles out right now. The media is going insane about this. I know some brokerage accounts such as TD Ameritrade are not allowing people to trade stocks such as AMC, GME, NOK. These stocks that are going absolutely insane and have very, very unusual trading patterns, right? So I think this is market makers and the big wigs, the media, trying to scare people out of the stock and help shorts cover on their losses. Well, we did see a very strong hold over this level of support right here at $11.13. That is a double bounce, and as I like to call on the channel, a big fat George W. And what is a George W? It's a double bottom. Double bottoms are typically a bullish indicator that can indicate an upcoming run. So how are we going to see this run happen, right? Well, if we draw up a level of resistance and just take a quick peek at the price action here, we can see that there's a very, very strong level of resistance right around here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different candle wicks touching at $19.37. We did have a false break yesterday. It did push up, rejected very heavily right at the bell into the after hours. We did come all the way back down to $11.13. Closed a little bit higher. I think we closed right around, let's take a peek here. Looks like 1461. And here in the after hours, or the pre-market, I should say, we are moving very, very nicely right now. So big gap between the 15 VAMA and 200 EMA. Even though it was an extremely volatile day, which I did anticipate happening, it has been moving up nonetheless. Now, in my previous video covering AMC, I said, when should you get into this stock? And I gave you guys an entry point. I said, based on the Fibonacci retracement, this is most likely where you're going to see a good entry, and it was $12.92. Now, we did dip a little bit below this, but if you were able to buy in at $12.92, like I'd suggested on the channel here in my previous videos, you should be sitting pretty decently on AMC. Now, that does not completely mitigate your risk. There is still extreme risk involved getting into this play, but your overall risk of walking away without your money is not as high as it would have been if you bought in near the peak here. Now, I've been asked a million times, what's the game plan with AMC? What should you do? This is a play that is 100% dependent on your risk mitigation level and what kind of profit you're looking to turn, right? So I'm still currently holding my position in AMC, but my dollar cost average is in the single digits. If you bought into this in the 4s, the 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, you're sitting a lot different than people who are buying into this in the double digits, because this is uncharted territory. We've only been a double digit stock for AMC for essentially one day. I mean, in all reality, I think here we touched $8.42, came all the way back to 25 at a high, right here in the pre-market yesterday. But this is uncharted territory, so there's extreme risk involved. Now, what if you bought in at the $25 range? What should you do? Well, you have a couple different options. You can wait until this retests maybe 1937. You see a price rejection, take a small loss, wait for a bounce back under to 1113, and improve your dollar cost average and make those losses back. That is one option. A second option is, I do personally believe we're going to see a retest and a push through 2580 by Friday. That options article that I showed you guys, that is a big deal. This means a lot. People are going to have to cover their short positions, and if this happens on Friday like it is being predicted, that is going to be an intense short squeeze, and short squeezes can very, very easily double up a stock. So if we're at $25 at that time when the short squeeze happens, this could be a $50 stock, guys, and I mean that in all sincerity. Of course, please do your own risk management. This stock is unlike anything I've ever presented to you guys on the channel. There is extreme risk involved. There's a reason that that the people talking about this are called Wall Street bets. It's because they're betting against Wall Street, right? They're trying to stick it to these hedge funds, and there's risk involved with getting into these plays. So that is what we're looking at right now. Based on the current price action, I stand by what I said. A good entry point is somewhere between 1113 and 1292. We do have a double bounce off of 1113. So if we get a triple bounce, we see it touch down back here again. That is a good entry point for you to get into the stock if you are looking to get into it. And just like I said, risk involved, risk involved, risk involved. Very bullish. We do have a very nice tight price action zone. if we exclude this huge wick where we touch $25, we are trading in a pretty tight price window right now. And if we push above this trend line, which it looks like we might here in the pre-market, we could see a pretty violent movement. And we are setting higher lows and higher highs. Even though this is an extremely volatile stock, it is still setting higher lows and higher highs nonetheless. And that is reassuring to me that this is still in very bullish territory. Even though it's extremely volatile, you have to keep in mind the overall indicators. We are still extremely bullish. We had a little bit of a correction here in the regular trading hours and in the pre-market, but in all reality, it was not that harsh of a correction. We came down from an RSI of 90, right? 93, all the way down to 44. Not that harsh of a correction. So this is not looking that bad. AMC is still in very bullish territory. It does look like we're actually making a push right now for 20 bucks. There it is, 2030. So as you can see, AMC is going absolutely insane right now. But as I said, that's how we're looking right now on the 1 month chart. So we're gonna change over to the 2-day and give a little bit of a quick glance at this. Very volatile day, up and down movement. The 15 VAMA crosses under and over the 200 EMA very frequently. So a battle between the shorts and the longs, right? We're seeing, if I had to take a guess, a wild guess, we've got this huge closing red bar volume right here. What could this be? That's 32 million shares traded in a 1 minute window, and it is red. I personally think this is just speculation. I can't tell you this for sure. I think these are the hedge funds or the big institutions, big money guys stepping in and saying, okay, this is as high as this is going to go. We are going to double down on our short position and get you guys to shake out of your hands. And if that is true, this is only going to add to the overall squeeze going into this stock right now. And it is moving very hard right now. So I would not be surprised in the least bit to see this touch $25 at some point today, and maybe even push through that. And by Friday, when those options shares get filled, we could see some pretty insane price action. So very tight consolidation-esque day. Traded very closely between this $11.13 window and pushing up here on this level of resistance right around $20, up and down throughout the day. You had a lot of opportunity to swing trade this actually if you wanted to, but as it stands right now, very bullish territory. I do have a position in this stock. If you're looking to enter into this stock, risk mitigation, you're looking at an entry around $11.13 to $12.50. I will update this stock per usual for all of you out there holding a position, and I do plan on doing a live stream with AMC so that you guys can keep up with the live price action. I will try to do this again today. I did 2 live streams yesterday for about 2 hours just to try to help people as much as I can. So you can expect that from me again, and that is what I have for the update on AMC. So if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. Now, Webull is a great brokerage platform that allows you to trade in the extended hours starting at 4 a.m. CST. I can get you ahead of some of these crazy plays, and if you do use my link, you can receive 4 free stocks with a $100 deposit worth up to a couple $1,000s. I will also receive a free stock. If you're not interested, that's totally fine. I don't really care, my friends. I just am glad that you're taking the time to watch my videos today. Now, that is what I have for you guys. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.